Hi guys, I'm Chris Day from Natural Balance Dog Training. This is going to be our first dog coming in to the studio to work with our dogs. So this is new for the pack. See how excited Rama is? So we're going to call, hey, psst, settle down. Settle down. So hey, settle down, good boy. So what I'm teaching Rama right now, he wants to say hello to the other dogs. Hey, get back. So, but we're controlling the introductions. Look at how he wants to go out and say hello, but we're saying no. This is my place. These are my friends. I'll let you say hello. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to keep my energy up a bit here. Psst. Hey, settle down. I'm just going to move over here to block him because he's pretty excited. Stay. So it's a lot easier, guys, to block a dog than it is to be over here. Good boy. So, how you going, Dean?
All right.
Ha, stay. So they fill our energy.
How you do?
Good, mate. Back.
Sit, Ben. Sit.
Murf, get back.
Sit.
Murf.
Sit.
Good.
Good boy. Start.
Good.
Start.
So I'm doing two things at the moment, guys. I'm trying to say hello to Dean, but my pack wants to go and say hello. So we're telling the dogs to stay. I'm going to say, how you going, Dean? How's your day?
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Thanks for coming. And if you look at Bear, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I love Bear's energy, where Bear is just nice and calm, but curious, but not putting out an excited energy. Because if Bear was coming in excited, I'd have twice as much trouble settling my pack down. So now they're calming down, which is what we want. They're looking and being curious. Rama's paying attention to us. He wants to go and say hello, but we're going to say hello on our terms, and then we're going to let the dogs in when they're calm. So I'm just going to get you to lay down, and have a chat with you, Dean. Lani, get back in your bed. Up, Lani, in your bed. Good. So, love your dog. What do you want to work on with Bear today? Yeah, just throw it at us.
I keep losing control. I mean, a lot of time he is very attentive and he does as he's told. For example, you know, every morning on the walks is the sit, the stay, training and all that sort of stuff. He's quite good with that. Except once I take him into public, I seem to lose it.
Now see right now, what's he saying right now as you're talking to me, what's he doing? Did you hear that verbal?
Yeah.
So what's he saying there?
He wants attention.
He's saying, I want to go and say hello, or I want to go say hello, or wants attention. That's like, Mom, buy me that lolly, buy me that lolly. What happens if you reward that behavior?
Oh, well, he thinks he's
going
doing
to
the right
get
thing.
more.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't know if you're just ignoring it on purpose, or do you normally do something when he does that?
I'll give him a pat a lot of times.
Well, then you're rewarding him to
Yeah.
buy that lolly. It needs to be a correction. Get out of it. Because he's excited to go and say hello. So that's probably not helping when you want, because he's a good dog one-on-one, and most dogs are. But once you start to get distractions,
Yes.
it makes it harder.
Yeah.
So he's starting to want to say hello. So we've got to calm him down. So if he's going, you might, instead of having him in a sit, you might put him in a lay. Because right now he wants to go and say hello. So what we're teaching him is, no, we'll let you in on our terms. We'll let you in when you're calm. So see, now he's getting ready to settle down. Perfect. Good. Good boy.
No,
Lay down.
Lay down. Lay down.
Keep laying him down. That's it.
Lay down. No. Stop. Lay down.
Good boy.
Lay down. Good boy. Good.
Perfect. So what are you telling him there? You're telling him settle down. Right. Now look.
Yeah, now he's whinging again.
But see, he's also whinging. But look how he's also leaning on your leg there. Ah, Milu, get back. So even though he's settling down, he's also still quietly challenging you.
Yes.
Quietly dominating you with that leg on you. So beautiful. We're gonna get him to say hello in a minute. And control.
Like yesterday morning, we were going to take him out in the car. This one in the cattle dog that I've got, and they jumped in the car, and I wanted him to come back out so I could put his harness on, and he just totally refused to come out of the car. It got to the point where I actually lost my temper with him because he just wouldn't do as he's told.
That doesn't sound like you.
No. Yeah, well, he really pushed him to the limit. So he got dragged out of the car and he got put in the cage and he didn't go anywhere at all.
So he lost that. He lost that privilege. Spot on. Try not to lose your temper. It's easier said than done.
Yeah.
What I tend to do, as soon as my dogs are running around the house outside here, as soon as I come out the door, they're all running towards the car or they're running towards the quad.
Mm-hmm.
Because they see me going somewhere and they want to come.
Yes.
Correct? And that's what's happening to you in the morning.
Yeah.
But let's take that one step further. Before you're even going to the car, you're walking around, grabbing the keys, putting on the shoes,
Yeah.
whatever you're doing. So they already know
Yes.
you're going somewhere.
Yeah.
So what's their energy start to do?
Oh, they get excited.
Excited. Now, as soon as they're starting to get excited, they're starting to control
The situation.
So what are we going to do? As soon as we start putting on our shoes and we start to see them get excited, what are we going to do? Settle down. Go to your bed.
Yeah.
When I'm going somewhere and I'm walking out the door and I consciously realize that the dogs have been watching me and I'm getting ready to go somewhere, because I'm so busy getting ready to go somewhere, I'm forgetting to watch what the dogs are doing.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as that's right, the dogs are starting to head towards the car or head towards the quad. As I'm walking out the front door, I see them doing that. So what I do right as soon as I recognize that, because I've been too busy paying attention to what I'm doing, get back.
Mm-hmm.
So I get back, you're not coming. So I let them know from a very early stage, I'm going to the quad, you're not coming. I'm going to somewhere, you're not coming. However, if I wanted them to come, then I'm walking out, I'd either invite them,
Mm-hmm.
and boom, they're there. What I would do, Dean, is I would start to keep your dog in its bed till you get to the car, till you open up, till you check your petrol, do whatever you want, go through your checklist,
Mm-hmm.
then invite them when you're ready.
Then invite them when you're ready.
And if you start to do that from the minute you walk out the door, or the minute you're getting your keys and getting ready, stay, they'll get used to you going out to your car and then inviting them when you're ready. Make sense?
Yes.
And if you take that formula for anything you do, you get to the beach, and a lot of people, you see them opening the car door like this,
Yeah, stay.
because the dog just wants to jump out. So you open the door, stay, and then once they're calm and looking at you, then you let them out. Remember that sit-stay drill we do?
Yes.
That's the same thing for everything. So I can see once you start to, so what you're starting to do is control Bear when you go into the party, when you go into the public places, because he just wants to join the party.
Mm-hmm.
So look at us talking now, where Rama was very excited, now he's settled down. They still want to say hello, but now they've accepted us saying hello, and they've forgot about the close proximity. So what we're doing here is we're controlling the introductions. Now we're going to bring them in when they're calm, and I'm going to bring one in at a time to say hello to Bear, and watch how the other ones are going to want to come in as well. So as I'm bringing one in, I'm going to have to keep the other ones down.
Yes.
And we're also going to watch how they come in. So the other day when we were down the paddock, we talked about letting your dogs come in and say hello. How you going, Dean? Can our dogs say hello? Who are we asking? Owner eye contact. Poopsie wants to say hello. She's real friendly.
Yeah.
Who's controlling the introductions?
The dog.
The dog. So we want to control the introductions. When your dog is on lead, we control the introductions. When your dog is off lead, we let him come in organically. Now I remember working with Bear. Bear comes in with beautiful energy. I'll let you talk about what we noticed.
He has a bad habit of coming straight up to the face.
And you've recognized that.
Yeah, at the first meeting, he comes straight up to the face, and that
Instead,
puts the other dogs off a bit. Yeah.
he does it, but when he comes up to the face, not too many dogs come in. He comes up to the face, calm,
Yes.
and not dominant, but he comes up to the face.
Yeah.
Most dogs go to the bum and then they work their way to the face.
Yeah.
And what's different with Bear is that he's a bit naive because when he comes to the face, he doesn't see the other dog getting uncomfortable. Correct?
That's right. Yes.
And and the dog is showing it's getting uncomfortable by stiffening, lip curling, or a light growl. It's very subtle, but he hasn't learned that. Has he been around a lot of dogs to learn that? Yeah.
Well, only my cattle dog, but he's like that with her too.
But that's
apart
part
from
of
that, no.
So he needs to meet more dogs.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to bring in the youngest dogs first because they're a little more playful and they're not going to discipline when he comes in the face. So I'm going to work up to my older dogs, and we're just going to look at the different body language and talk about it. So I'm going to bring Milu in first. So I'll get you to stand up there. Stay, Rama.
Stay.
Good. So we're just going to see how he's ready to come in. Yeah. So I'm going to get you to bring him in, bring Bear into Milu. Just watch the body language. I'm just going to keep him because he's going to want to jump in, I think. Loosely. Rama, get back. Back.
See, like straight to the face.
Yeah, but that's right. But see, loose lead, we give him a loose. Rama back. Now they're going to the bum. That's what we want, and we call this the leash stance. So as you walk on that side, I don't let him in yet. See how Rama just gave a lip curl. Now look at Milu. See, Milu's a pup. How old's Bear?
2 years, 3 months.
2 years. So just go out. Lani, get back. So that's quite nice. Now see, Bear's had his hellos.
Yep.
And he's just about done now. He's all okay, I'll say hello. Now what else is happening around this party? Is that right?
Yep.
Good. Now if you look at Milu coming in too, she's more a pup. She's coming in playful and even licking and coming in submissive. So that's different personality, different age. So that's Bear's going to work loosely. See how you got the tie. You either let him in or don't let him in at all. Don't bring him over to Bear, to Murf. Okay. So what I noticed too, don't let him into Rama. Okay.
There.
Good. Now I'm going to put Milu back. Stay there, Dini. Up.
Stay there.
See, stand. Now I want you just bring him slowly over to Rama. Watch Rama's body language. Just come in there, just slowly. Stop there. See the little lip curl there?
Yeah.
Bring it right. He's already stiffening. Now he's being curious. Bring him in again.
Come there.
Watch. Easy, Rama. See how he does? Bring him back out. Milu, see. He doesn't really like that because he's coming in the face. But now I'm going to bring Rama in on equal terms. Loosely, bring him in. Come here, back, Milu. Back. Loosely. Okay, now just watch the body language. He comes in the face, but he doesn't come in there. That's what we want.
Yes.
Good boy. So I talk to him when he's saying hello. Loose lead. Don't let your hands not. Milu, get back. Okay, that's what we want. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. That's what we want. Good boy. You see, you see him going by the face. See how he looked at me when I said, You got to talk to him. Teach him what you want. Don't go on the face. Good boy. He's
Good
very
boy.
responsible. Good boy. Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Good fellow.
There. So I'm going to put Rama back. Good boy. See? Now,
Stay.
we'll just have a quick seat for a sec there, Dean, and then I'm going to bring the other two in. We'll just talk about, thanks for participating in this. We want to show these dogs, not just to help you dogs, but to help the people out there so they can see the different body language that's going on.
Good boy.
So what do you think about that? Pretty comfortable with that?
Yeah.
What I noticed, a couple of little things that you just want to fine tune is you're bringing the dog in, but you're just being the passenger watching. In the sense that when he's going by the face, start to talk to him. When he's by the bum and doing the right thing, what are we going to say?
Good boy.
Good boy. So let him know what's right and what's wrong. Interact a little bit more with him.
Okay.
Get out of it. And the other thing is when you're bringing them in, you're tensioning up the loo. Very slightly, but just enough to tension them up. Because you see him go in the face, you don't like it, and you're subconsciously tensing it.
Yeah, just to slow him down
Slow, but either don't slow him down, either use a verbal, and then give him a loose lead again. So it's giving a light check. So just, instead of slowing him down, give him a little pop. Doesn't have to be much, so little check. All right, he's going by the back, smelling. Good boy, good boy. Starts to go by the head, and it doesn't look right. Because it's going to happen. What's going to happen now when I bring in Lani? She's 15. She's going to be accommodating, but as soon as he goes in the face, she's going to very subtly lip curl and maybe give up.
Yeah, she snapped at him
Last time.
Yeah.
So let's see if she does it again. They haven't met for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
So they're going to say hello again, and he'll come in curious again. Lani's going, there's another dog I got to say hello to. So watch the body language. I'm going to let you come to be letting it go to the nip and the snap. Let's see how he reacts. From memory, last time when Lani gives her a little snap, he doesn't panic.
No.
But he still doesn't move completely out of the face, correct? No. So we're going to let it go a little bit further to see if Lani can teach him to stay out of the face. How's that sound?
Yep.
Trickier is have the loose lead, and we're going to let the dogs do the work. All right?
Yep.
So come in the middle there, Dean. Loose lead.
There.
Complete loose lead. Milu, get back. Now, see the stiffening? That's good. Beautiful. See, if you're doing that, Lani's not going to have to do it. Now let's let it go. Leave him and watch the difference. Okay, good. He said he's hello. Lani's careful who she picks on too. He's pretty big. She doesn't like that. Can you see the slight lip curl there? Mm-hmm. Here comes a nip in a sec. We're going to let it go. She said, move out. There you go. She's being very accommodating. She doesn't like it. She's clearly uncomfortable with it. There's a snip.
There.
He's not coming in. He's not coming in, confidence or dominant. No, sorry, he is coming in confident, but he's not coming in dominant.
There.
Good. That's good. Now they've said their hellos.
Good boy.
That's good. And reward him when he's doing the right thing.
Well, that went better than last time.
Way better. Lani, get back inside. Up. Good girl. So with that one, you can see that he's learned a bit. And what I love, what you just picked up, is that you were saying get out of it when he went in the face.
Yes.
And that's exactly what we want to do first.
He seems to respond to it too.
And he's responding to it. Get out of it. He got out of it. So Lani didn't have to discipline, and you didn't even have to give a physical check. Only use the verbal first. Get out of it. It's less assertive. If he gets out of it, that's great. If you say get out of it and he doesn't, you might have to give him a check. But sometimes those backfire when you get a big excited dog coming in and it's real confident, and the owner gives it a check. He thinks the other dog is challenging, and then it's a dog fight. So sometimes a check can backfire.
Okay.
Depends on the energy. I'm sure we're going to, in the next couple of months, we're going to go through dogs that do that. But we try not to let that happen. So, because that can backfire, and that's confusing the dog. And then that confuses the person. So I'm sure we'll come across that in the near future. We try to stay away from that. Now I'm going to bring Murf in next. Even though Lani's 15, I call Murf, he's only about 7 or 8, I call him my grumpy old man. He just wants to chill. His body language is very, very subtle when he gives a lip curl. I think we did it last time, did he?
Yeah.
Did he even give a nip at
yeah, he did have a go. Yeah.
He's quick to recognize.
He didn't nip him, but he snapped
He's
at him.
thinking about it. And his thing he does, he only really tends to give a nip to usually a slightly younger dog, usually like an 8-month, 9-month-old, up to 1.5-year puppy that just comes in with no manners. It's not coming in and aggressive, it's just coming in, how you going, my name, and it's right in the space. So Murf is quickly to identify that and gives the dog a nip on the nose and actually holds on, because he knows if he goes with that puppy, the puppy thinks it's play then. So he has to be a lot more assertive very quickly, so the puppy understands it's not play. So what happens with Murf, he'll give a nip on the snout, the puppy will go and let out a verbal submission. He's saying that, the puppy's saying that's to her. Murf will let go and just go, I'm going back to my grumpy old chair. And that's all Murf will do. Then the puppy won't go near Murf because he knows he's going to get disciplined. So the puppy is staying away from Murf, trying to figure things out. And all Murf's doing, Murf's reward after he nips the puppy is move away.
He has to move away, yeah.
And the puppy will slowly come closer to Murf. And then if Murf starts to lip curl, the puppy recognizes that and moves away. And with a matter of time, if I've got a puppy like that that's come here to stay, within a short couple of days, they're playing and the puppy is comfortable coming in Murf's closer space, but he understands why.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll bring Murf in. It'll be interesting to see what he does. I just don't want him to give a big nip on his snout. So if I see that coming too, I'm going to tell Murf to settle down. But at the same time, if that did happen, it'll teach him to come in a little more careful. But we don't want him to then have a bad experience where he starts to get nervous of dogs. And here's where people make a mistake. When a dog comes into another dog's space and the dog goes and disciplines the other dog and the dog backs away and submits and gets scared and submits and moves away, the person pick up the dog and go, "Are you all right?" That's the biggest mistake, because they are just undoing all the good work that the pack is naturally teaching that dog. So if Murf does give him a nip, the best thing we can do is not reward him being nervous or moving away, is just ignore it. And then after if that does happen, he'll stay away, unless he challenges, but I don't think he'll challenge. And he'll stay away, and then next time when we bring Murf, he'll stay a bit further away. And then they'll organically figure out what's going on. Okay. So let's see how we go. Come here, Murf. All right. So we're just going to bring him in with a loose lead. Come, Murf. And just watch the body language. So if you look at Bear, he runs to say hello. Now if you look at Murf already, he remembers him and he's in no hurry to get him. Look at his body language already. What is it doing?
Yes, yeah, I don't really want to go over there.
I don't want to go and say, because if I go to say hello to him, he's going to come in my face. Look, he just wants to get back to his couch. Can you see that? Murf, come here. Murf, Murf. So I've got to be assertive, say, now, with Murf, I'm going to lay him down first. Murf, lay down. I want you to bring him in and sniff his backside. Bring him in.
Come on.
Good boy.
Hey, come on. Yeah.
Just bring him in. Let him sniff. Good boy. Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick
good boy.
sniff.
Lay down. Now, what I'm doing here with Murf is I'm saying, yeah, I see that other dog. You're exposed on your back. You're exposed on your back, Murf. But I got your back. I'll cover you. So he said hello. Walk him around, Murf.
I think Bear remembers him too.
He does already. Good. Bring him around. So that's good, huh? You having a good sniff. He's being curious. Good boy. Now, good boy. Good boy. That's excellent. Cool. Yeah. And we'll bring Murf up here. Now see, just stop for a sec. Just while this, a car's just driven up. So look at the pack here. They're being curious. They all want to go out and move. They all want to move, but they haven't moved, so they're not getting a correction, but they're very curious who's walking up. So now I'm going to move over here to Rama. Good boy. I'm going to reward him. Why? Because he's doing the right thing. If you started to move, sit Murf for a sec. I'm a good girl. So as soon as they look at me, I reward them. Mm-hmm. Okay? Even Bear's alert there. Lani's alert. But they're not allowed to go out and say hello unless we say it's okay.
Yep.
Right? Now, so we're controlling the introduction. Whose place is this? Ours. Yep. So you probably your dogs at home are quite good. It's just when you bring them out with other dogs.
Yeah, people and dogs, yeah.
And people, because they want to go and say hello first.
Yeah, well, that's when I lose most control, is when we're around people and he just seems to lose it.
Lose it where he wants to go and say hello and play?
No, go back to the car and hide.
Oh, so he gets a bit nervous with
yes.
people. Ah.
And he just won't come to me, you know. If he just realises if he just come to me, it's fine.
Oh, that's what you mentioned the other day. That's right.
Yeah.
So we're going to bring, actually that's probably good. What I'm going to do is get somebody to come in here and look a bit different. Maybe limp a bit, put a hoodie over. And what's he probably going to do?
I'm not sure. Not sure.
You know,
because people will come up to the car and pat him and stuff, and he's fine.
Yeah.
It's just that, like when I'm trying to walk him down the footpath or something like that, and there's other people around, Yeah, he just seems to lose it.
He gets overwhelmed.
Well, I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, you know, I'll tell him to come to me and you'll go the opposite way. I'll go back to the car, and there's no way I can make him come back to me.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get back to that in a second as a separate issue. So what we'll do here real quickly is we'll finish off with Murf, and then look, he's settling down. So they really haven't said hello. Let's bring him in, see what happens really quick. Good boy, come Murf. Good boy. See how he's coming in? Easy, there it is. So he went to snap. Murf, get back, get back. So he's come in with no manners.
Yep.
But he just doesn't understand. You comfortable letting that go a bit further?
Oh, for sure.
So you might give him a nip on the snout and we'll just see what happens.
Yeah,
okay, I'm going to let Murf just do it. He needs to learn. Good boy. So let's just see. Now Murf doesn't want any piece of it. Look at Murf's body language, looking away. The only time Murf is going to be assertive is if he comes to Murf. Murf has settled down already, but I think he's already got that message.
I think he might have.
Okay. See? Now he knows. So.
Yeah. And the lip curl straight away.
There, did you get the lip curl? Cool. So just now, what I want you to do is bring him right there and sit him there between you and Murf. Not step back a bit, so sit him right about there.
There? Come here.
See? See? Now, this is perfect. Remember you're just talking about that person thing? This is the same thing that's happening. He wants to get away from Murf now.
Yes.
But now I want you to step back a foot, but don't let him sneak.
Stay.
Good boy. Drop the lead if you can.
Stay.
So this,
Good boy.
this is a perfect situation.
Good.
So now he's turned, he saw the discipline, now he wants to get away from that. But what you're saying is, I got your back, you stay there. Look, his ears are nice and submissive.
Good boy.
So imagine this person, this being a person that he just got nervous at.
Yes.
It's the same mindset, so it's the same vehicle here. Good boy. Now he's looked around. See why I gave him a reward? Because he's looking around and he's nervous, but then he's starting to be curious. Good boy. See a little look again?
Yes.
Yeah, another little look at Murf, but it was a look, a little bit of submissiveness, but he's being curious.
Yes.
In a minute,
and his attention to me.
And
He's waiting for
I'm
me
gonna
to say something. Yes.
I'm going to sit down and we're going to get you to start walking around him and Murf. You remember that sit-stay drill? But we just got a few more things happening here. So, good boy, don't let him move.
Good boy.
And walk a circle around him first. Good boy. Good boy. Watch the head. Oh, I love your body language, D. Just come right through the middle. Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy.
So what you're doing there is you're reinforcing his good behavior by walking around, getting eye contact. Good boy. I like, if you look at Dean's body language, it's nice and comfortable, nice and relaxed. Now I want you to walk around both dogs.
Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy. So you can see, good boy, slightly nervous.
Yeah. Good boy.
How's that feel?
Good.
Good. Now, well, just keep walking around and talking to him.
In the crowded situation, that's what I lose.
You need to do that.
That eye contact.
But here's what people make. And then he goes and tries to hide behind you.
Yeah.
He uses you as a safety net.
Good boy.
Look at Murf,
Good
just
boy.
quietly looking at us.
Yeah.
Murf, this is great. He's such a gorgeous dog.
Good boy.
Look at that. Now you can give him a pat and give him a bit of love, but if he thinks that pat is going to make him move away or move towards you, if you pat him now, is he going to want to move off the
I
mark?
don't think so.
Good boy. Good boy.
Good
Now
boy.
walk away again, but make sure he doesn't move. Good boy. See, a lot of people sometimes they go in for the pat, but then the dog thinks the pat is the release.
Yeah.
And that's where you got to be careful. He's looking at the camera. Good boy. Good. Now what I want you to do to up
Good
the
boy.
ante is when you walk around again, I want you to start patting Murf. Come around again, and
Good
you're
boy.
controlling the love. Now watch when you pet the Murf, just make sure he doesn't come in. I don't think he will,
Right,
but
Murf.
start petting Murf. Good boy. Look at his reaction change now. See his
Good
ears
boy.
coming up? Good. Good. And what you're doing there is
Good boy.
you're controlling the love. Good boy. Now you can come in the middle and pet them both. Look, who's in charge here?
Me.
How's it feel?
Good. Good
Beautiful,
boy.
Dean. I love your energy. Love your dog's
Good
energy.
boy.
Good.
Good boy. Left.
Now see how he's coming in now to sneak in. He's trying to get in and dominate. He's trying to come in and control and block that a bit, just very subtly. So if you see
Dad's
him,
giving attention to somebody else.
well, you were giving love, and then you started to give him love. But what did he do when he started to move in? He started to quietly dominate you and turn it around and control the
Yes.
love. The second you see him turning it around and control the love, what are you going to do?
No, stop it.
You're going to control. Bingo. Get out of it. You're controlling the love. It doesn't take much. Get out of it, because he's just done something good. You've given him a reward. You start to give him love, and then they're turning it around.
Yeah.
Right in front of you. This happens all the time. Beautiful. So what I want you to do is just keep doing that. And what happens here, you can just keep walking around. I'm going to talk about a few issues. What happens here, we just had a message from somebody that's got three, what were they, Merritt? Three huskies that are fighting each other.
Ah.
And we're going to get her to call in and explain what's going on. But what's usually happening there, Dean, is that the two dogs are fighting each other to be who's the pack leader over the person.
Mm.
But with this simple drill, you're controlling the love. And that's where the dogs fighting each other starts from. Now what I want you to do now is put him in a lay there and pat him. If you can, lay him down.
Yeah.
Down?
Yeah.
Lay him down. See, he's not too comfortable laying down there next to her, but let's
I'm not
challenge
sure
him.
he knows what it means.
Sit or sit, and just kind of just kind of rest him down nicely.
Come on.
Good boy, good boy.
Good
Easy,
boy.
Murf. Just watch the head too close to Murf. Murf, that's it. Maybe just push his head a little bit further away. Just there. That's fine. That's good. Stay and stay. Stand up and don't let him move. Good boy.
Stay there.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Now,
Good boy.
now what you just did there is you said he was staying there.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was looking at you like that, perfect. Good boy. That's a reward. And walk around again.
Yeah. Good boy.
Then when you walk around behind him, I want you to just slowly go behind him like that. That's it. And then walk. Good boy. Talk to him.
Good
Next
boy.
time when you come around,
Good
Dean.
boy.
Next time when you come around, I want you to roll him back like this
Mm-hmm.
and give him some love, like that. Just so pull his head gently down, so he gets comfortable being on his back around another dog.
Okay.
And we're giving pets and we're giving love. But
Right.
we're controlling the love, and he's in a nice submissive position.
Good boy.
So just, oh, you want more, don't you? So that's it.
Good boy.
Just kind of just gently roll his head down. That's it. Okay,
Good
good.
boy.
Now your front hand is your disciplined hand, but it can be a love hand. Your back hand's always your love hand. So if he starts to fight, so we're teaching him how to be submissive here. If he starts to lift his head up, so watch when I lift. As you give him a bit of love, see how if Murf starts to come up, don't let him come up. See, let's just see what he does. Good boy. Talk to him.
Good
boy.
boy.
See, he's being curious. A lot of
Good
dogs
boy.
won't be comfortable when another dog comes next to him. Beautiful.
Good boy. There.
So what are you teaching him there? He can see how that's it. He's only being
Good
curious
boy.
there. But when you say, man, you don't have to look up. I got your back. I'm in charge.
Good boy.
And you're giving love from a dominant position. How's that feel? Feels good, doesn't it? And this is where they start to, I'll just put Murf away and show something else. When they start to play fight with you. Come up, Murf. You're
Good
gorgeous.
boy.
Good. So, I'm going to start play fighting with Milu here like that. So I'm going to put Milu in that. Milu, lay down. Lay down. Sit. Lay down. Lay down. Hello, gorgeous. Hello. Hello. So, same thing again.
Yeah.
And see, we're controlling the love. And this is, see, what we're doing here is, good boy. We're breaking down the boundaries so they're laying down exposed. So we're fast tracking the relationship to form the pack. But who's the pack leader in this, Dean?
Me.
If you're the pack leader, you can fast track the relationship in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Good.
Good
How's
boy.
that feel? So what we're going to do now is we're going to start to just even let the dogs off lead. Everything we've just done there was on lead,
Mm-hmm.
and we're controlling the introductions. When the dogs are off lead, they control their own introductions. So we're just going to let the dogs say hello now, and if they're off lead, they can avoid if something doesn't feel right. But when they're on lead, they can't avoid. So this is where the people make the mistake. Let me just explain that a bit better. When you're on lead, your dog tends to be more aggressive, more protective, and is trying to protect you. You don't have those issues. But when a dog is off lead, it tends to be less protective and less dog aggressive. Because it's more like in the wild. If a dog sees another dog and they don't want to say hello, they can move away. But if a dog is tethered to you, or you're holding on to a dog, it can't avoid it, and it tends to be more aggressive. So now we're going to let them, it's more like they're in the wild. We're just going to let the dogs up. I'm going to release my dogs. We're going to let them just move around a bit. Then I'm going to bring the ball in and up the ante and watch how then dogs are quicker to play, and the play energy goes up, and there's quicker to be scuffles. But we can control that energy going up and down. So we're going to release. You can pop that lead off them if you like.
Sit back.
Okay.
Good boy. Stay.
And then I'm just going to invite the dogs in to say hello. So if you want to sit back down, Dee, your dog's probably going to want to come near you. We're just going to release him.
I told him to stay, so he'll probably stay.
Good, stay. So right now what we're going to do is we're just going to release him. We'll let him move around and see what they do. Okay, Rama, come. Okay, Lani, Murf. So they all can move around. Okay, watch the curious. He's being curious. Look at the stiffening. Now, we're not controlling the introductions now. We're letting them sort everything out. Look at Rama's tail. It's up high. He's a cheeky pup. He's learning what's acceptable, what's not. Don't go by Murf. You know what happens when you go by Murf. We'll let Murf do the discipline if he does. Okay? See how he wants to play your boy. See how his play's coming out in him? But if Rama's controlling the play. If Rama starts to play when he wants to play, Rama's not above him. Good. So this is great. Now, Lani, you can go see as well if you want. Good. Look at the stiffness. Look how carefully Rama's... Look at the lip curl. So Rama's trying to teach him very, very quiet. Milu, don't go outside with that ball. We're staying in here. Good. Good. Because we're going to play a little fetch in here. Good. Now this is interesting. Look how Lani's coming in between you and Dean. Dean, between you and your dog. Yeah. Don't let her come in and block. Lani, don't go outside with the ball.
Use the ball.
Lani, Rama, come. Milu, okay. So we're going to play a little bit of fetch in here and see what he does. Now look at Murf. If you like, I'm going to take your lead off Murf. Stay. Murf doesn't want to come in. No, look at the humping. This is interesting. Let it go. He's getting ready to, see, Bear's getting ready to hump and play. These two are kind of at the closest age group, so they'll be the first ones to play. And Bear's already recognizing that with the energy. Come here, guys. We're going to stay in here with the ball. I'm going to start throwing. Look at Murf starting to get excited. Okay, so we're just going to throw the ball. Go get it. Okay, and watch what Bear does. So if you look at Milu's taking that ball into the bed there. That ball, that's like a bone now. I've got the ball, I'm in control of the game. So we'll just talk briefly about a little bit. Now, Bear's not a fetch dog, is he?
Yeah, he does fetch.
He does? So let's just see if... Drop it. Get it, Bear. No, don't want it. Get it, Bear. He's not ready. Go get it. So if you watch, the first dog to the ball gets the ball. Okay, so round up. Bear's being a little curious now. Good. Murf, you can come and play too if you want. But see, Murf doesn't want to play because he doesn't want to have to discipline Bear there. I'm just going to take off the shirt. I'm getting hot here. So any questions what you see there?
No,
Dean?
no.
So we're just gonna come here, guys. Come inside here, so you're in the camera.
Basically
come
the
here.
same thing.
So see how what we're doing now is we're gonna do nothing. We wound him up a bit with the ball. Let's just watch how it's intermingle with the pack.
He's just interested in the girl.
That's the one that's gonna play. These guys are gonna play first. And what's the girl interested in? Look at Ron. Look, she's saying stay away.
Yeah.
But we'll just let it go. Lani just wants the ball. And see how he's coming back to... There it is.
Ooh.
Okay. What I like there is how submissive he went really quick. He didn't challenge that. Okay.
Which I've noticed about him, he's not really aggressive, which is surprising.
Oh, don't pee there. Hey, there.
That is a bad habit.
That's all right. That's all right. So what I'm saying there, when he went to pee on the post slightly inside the house, that's my post. That's my spot. Don't pee there. Bear, I'm watching you now. Hey, get out of it. He's going to pee again. So
maybe he needs a pee.
So what we're going to do, we're going to round this up. Good time to round it up and go outside and let him have a little bit of a romp. How's that feel for starters there, Dean? Good?
Yeah. This is basically what we've been over the last couple of
months. Yeah. But where's slightly different is that nervous behavior was addressed there.
Yep.
All right, and controlling the car when you're going out to the car. Yeah. Now, if see how they're all, look at them. See how they're all competing for the love? Now, you pet them all. Now, when they're in your lap and you're petting them all, they can't discipline the other dogs. Because that's your space, so you're in charge of that space. Don't let one get bossy in your space. If they're out there playing by themselves, they can discipline each other. But in your space, you're controlling the love.
As I was saying before, it surprises me that Bear doesn't have aggression in him because the rest of his family...
He's great. Hey, Bear, don't pee there. Bear. Come. He's just thinking about it.
His brothers and sisters, they're fighters. Yeah, they're very aggressive dogs. And he's completely
I
different.
think that has a lot to do with your energy and
Well, that's what my wife keeps saying too.
Yeah, you must be a good guy.
You've brought him up a different way.
Yeah. You're just quietly assertive. And look, see, Lani recognises that right now. She's come in and asked for a bit of love.
Yeah.
She's come in, but see how she's come in and she's asked nicely. So it's your decision. If you don't want to give her love, now you tell her get away. Go.
Get away, Lani.
And you stand up. Push away. Get. So if you don't want her in there, you say get away. That's my space. But see how dogs will organically come into your space and lean on you.
I seem to attract them.
You got beautiful energy.
Yeah, because even my friends' dogs and that, they'll smother me. They'll just be
They'll
all
smother
over
you,
me.
but make sure you win their trust. You're coming in again, good girl. Win their trust, but make sure you're controlling the love. Beautiful, good girl. You just watch everything. Let's go outside, guys, and have some ball play, eh? Thanks, mate.
Yeah, great.
Cheers. Yes, you go outside. Did you have a good day at all? Not really. Fair.